Hey there, everybody. This is Amazetta Jackson's little baby boy saying, hey, we're back to Coon Prairie Ramblers to do some more confabulation and mind meandering.
And it is that time, boys and girls.
Don't tell me.
Infamous If Bomb.
Oh.
Are you ready?
Lord have mercy.
Take shelter, please.
Take shelter, boys and girls. Here we go. Oh, that one's very good. My mouth is dry for some reason.
Yeah.
I choked
Mine
on that
was
one.
too. I was running out of breath there.
That was a bomb. What are we going to what if there,
Our
Casey?
bomb. I'm wondering
You had a good one a while ago.
if you were a dog instead of a person,
You dog.
and based on what you feel about yourself
You dirty dog.
and what you feel like you look like,
Yeah?
what kind of dog would you be?
Oh, my goodness. Would you be Fifi, one of them little
Would you be
poodles with a ribbon in his hair?
with a fancy hairdo?
Riding around in a purse on the arm of Paris Hilton?
Or the tramp. Lady and
Hey,
tramp.
you're the tramp. What would you be?
Sucking on that
Spaghetti
piece of
noodle.
spaghetti and kissing right at the... No, that wouldn't be me. That wouldn't be me.
What would you be?
I would be a noble...
Like an Irish wolf?
A noble what?
that dog with a keg of whiskey under his...
Saint Bernard.
Saint Bernard.
Saint Bernard.
Out there saving people in the snow.
Was that whiskey?
Be a keg.
He goes up there.
I thought that was hot
they're
coffee.
sticking in a
hot
snowbank,
chocolate.
and he opens it up and gives them a dose of
A little
whiskey.
shot.
How does he do that? He must have hands.
Yeah.
I've heard of that. I've
How
never
did he
seen it
do
in
that?
action.
Yeah.
I thought
Well,
they
that
were
was their job. It was to go
save.
the
Mountaineers.
find people that was buried in the snow, avalanche. I think that's what their job was. And then in the keg, that was like maybe water or something.
Pony keg?
When you're freezing to death, one of
Pony keg,
the
yeah.
worst things you can do is drink alcohol.
You ain't kidding.
Well, it makes you feel warm for a while.
Very
Yeah.
bad.
Makes you go out happy.
It starts
Yeah.
constricting your blood vessels
Yeah.
and driving that away from your skin, which makes you even colder.
But at least you die happy, though.
I'd say bring me some coffee,
Coffee?
That's
Mr.
right.
Bernard.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
right.
he had iced coffee.
A couple of
So,
beignets would be good to go with
If
it,
you were
too.
a dog,
Or
your name
donut.
would have been Mel Bernard.
I'd be a saint.
Mel Saint
Yeah.
Saint
Mel
Mel
Saint Bernard.
Saint
Saint
Mel
Mel
Bernard.
Bernard.
Saint Mel.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
And I
Yeah.
tell you what I'd have been.
Yeah, what's
What?
I'd have been a cur hound, cur dog.
Cur dog. You've
Cur
been out
dog.
hunting hogs?
Yeah,
surprised.
and let me tell you something about a cur dog. A lot of people see a dog on the side of the road, it's a mutt,
How
Yeah.
much?
and they think it's a cur dog. It ain't a cur dog. It's a mutt. A cur dog usually was a dog back in the day, and it still is, that was
Hope so.
bred as a dog that worked cows,
Yeah.
hunted.
Yeah.
He protected you at your house. He wouldn't let nobody come in your yard. He worked the cows. He hunted. We had one that would actually, my father, we used to go out and hunt turkey, and we'd go out the night before, and you'd watch them go up on a roost.
Yep.
You'd be out there the next morning, and when daylight came, and they
Yeah.
come flying off of the roost, we'd shoot them.
Yeah, daylight, they about to start getting ready to
Huh.
Yeah.
start shuffling around, getting ready to
So
go.
what would the cur
And
dog
so
do?
one of the turkey come down and landed in a big old clump of palmettos. I mean, like it looked like an acre of palmettos.
Yeah.
And we waited around there, couldn't find that turkey to save our life. So we had Smut with us, our cur dog.
Smut.
Smut.
And
that's a
Dad
good
went
name.
and got Smut out of the truck and brought him over and told him to find it. And I guess he understood what Dad told him. And he went in that palmetto patch.
Oh, boy.
And I swear to you, came out with a turkey.
The turkey hadn't been shot. He just went in
No,
there.
he'd been shot, yeah.
Oh, okay, so he landed there.
But he went there and he found him. I mean, we couldn't find him. So it had to not had the big old cur dog with him, he would have
Wow,
been
no
lost
kidding.
forever.
Whoa.
But, I mean, back in the day, I guess most cracker families had a cur
Yeah.
dog. You come by and you saw him, he was usually laying under the
Is
porch.
cur a breed?
Now, just, a mixed,
Yeah.
but they were bred up specifically. You know, like you would be famous, say,
Do they have
say
different
for
colored
instance,
eyes and things like that?
No.
No.
you would be famous for having a real good dog.
Yeah.
A dog that would catch hogs, trail deer. He was a good yard dog. He protected you. And then somebody else has female, and you would mix those two. And so they kept doing this over ages until
Yeah.
it was a breed of just good, old, dependable
Yeah.
dogs, do all.
Yeah.
I mean, they did all kinds of things. They were
And they were opinionated.
multi-purpose.
Well, they multitasked.
Yeah.
So
They're
that's
almost an inborn behavior.
that's what Big Ken would be a cur dog.
Yeah. With
Cur
a-
dog.
I'd be laying under the porch most of the day, napping.
Yeah.
That's right.
And only certain things were allowed in the yard.
Most of those old porches are raised.
Yeah.
and underneath them was dirt.
Cool dirt.
Yeah.
And those dogs could get up underneath there and they'd kick a little dirt out, and it'd be even cooler
Because
they could get a little bit lower.
the dirt is cooler when they lay their belly in it.
Every now and then a little bit of food would fall through the crack.
Yep. And I would be that dog laying up underneath that porch. And you'd come walking up there thinking, well, ain't nobody here. And all of a sudden, woo, woo, woo.
That's
and
right.
that dog comes up underneath that porch, and you're
right.
headed back to your car as fast as you can go.
Yeah.
But that was my story.
I don't know what that'd be. We raised and sold German Shepherds for a while. I kind of like them. So, but being as spoiled as I am, I'd want to be an inside dog. But even though I don't believe in inside dogs, I'd want to be one if I had to be a dog. But we raised Shepherds for a while, and I kind of like those. I think I'd be that because that's a good, like a police dog or a protection dog.
When you say we, are you talking about you and Diane? Or are you
Oh,
talking
no,
about your
my dad, my parents.
Okay.
Yeah, we raised them and sold them for
Well, Diane
several
wouldn't be
years.
a German Shepherd, would she?
No, I don't know what she'd be. She'd be something that she'd be some kind of work dog because
Cocker Spaniel?
She's very industrious, entrepreneurial or whatever the word is. She'd find something to do, but wouldn't be no little rat dog or like a Chihuahua or whatever. I think those are dog wannabes.
Yeah.
Them ain't even dogs.
How about a pointer?
Shih Tzu.
A pointer. I heard about a bathroom one time. I heard about a restaurant. It was themed for a hunting theme.
Yeah.
And you went to the bathrooms, instead of saying men and women, it said pointers and setters
Setters.
on the bathroom. So
Well, I guess
I
I'd
told you
want
which one you
pointer
want
then.
to use.
There's probably somebody standing right there now trying to still figure out which one he's supposed to go to.
I wouldn't want to be an Irish setter.
This day and age.
I never did
Because
like
they
the looks
always,
of them.
in my opinion, they got kind of dumbed down. They're pretty.
Well, I always thought they
Because I'm
looked
pretty.
sort of like they thought they were special.
Yeah, spoiled or something.
They got an
Had
attitude.
air. They had air about
They were-
Opinionated. They're
them.
opinionated.
Very.
They thought they were elite.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
wow.
Irish Wolfhound. That'd be a good
No,
dog.
yeah. No, that's
Big
something to
old
deal with.
Scary looking dude.
They can walk in up and look in your window.
Yeah.
What's the biggest dog you ever seen?
Great Dane. I seen a Great Dane one day in a Mustang convertible. It looked like if it had got completely on one side, it'd have tilted that car over.
Like a Marmaduke or
Yeah.
a Scooby-Doo?
I saw a Great Dane.
Marmaduke was a Great Dane, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a Great Dane, and I think he may have had a pituitary problem because he had extra long legs. I mean, he was the regular size Great Dane
But taller.
on still legs.
Steroids. Oh,
Steroids,
still.
yeah.
And when they stand up, they're like 7, 8 feet tall.
Oh, yeah. They probably put your palms on
their
your shoulders.
And their
tails
heads
slap
would be
you in the
taller than
face.
yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make good dancing partners.
I saw a bull mastiff one time.
Yeah.
And that thing was a monster.
Oh, God.
I mean, I'm not just in the height of its back, but it was just bulky. It was just enormous.
One day when you got nothing to do at your house, look up bully kudas. Dogs.
Say that
Two
again.
words. Bully, Bully, kudas. I think it's Kuta. That is a scary looking.
I've never heard of that.
Is that a foreign dog?
Yeah, they're watch dogs from, I think, Pakistan.
Yeah.
Those things will kill
Oh,
you.
they're Muslim.
Oh,
Like
wow.
250
Terrorist dog.
pounders.
That's a lot of dog right
Oh,
there.
Yeah. When that dog says Allah Akbar, you got to run.
That's right.
Aloha
You better.
Cash Bar.
You'd have to worship him. Be like, in dog we trust. You'd be trusting him instead.
Did you know, while we're talking about dogs, that all dogs are descendants of wolves?
Yeah.
I've heard that.
There was never a dog. I mean, when God created, He didn't create a dog.
He created the wolf.
He created a wolf.
Man created
And the
Pekingese.
wolves used to would find men in the woods, nomadic people, and
Yeah.
they would be traveling around. And they started following them because they would throw
Scraps,
scraps out.
bones, or whatever.
And sometimes one of them would get adventuresome enough to come up around them, and sometimes one of them would lose their mama or something, and they'd catch one and they would,
Raise it from a pup.
and tame it.
Wow.
And then and it's amazing to me to think that all these different dogs somehow evolved from wolves. Like you got a Chihuahua to a Great Dane to an Irish Wolfhound to a Bully Cuda to
Yeah.
a Pekingese.
Yeah, 'cause, you know, like
Crazy.
the Dachshunds.
The weenie dog.
They were bred down. You know what they did?
Yeah, went into holes looking for
Rats.
rats.
They
Yeah,
they're
they're
rat.
short. They're
They
built short,
Rat
running
out
around.
rats.
Little rat dog.
Yeah, they'd see a rat and they'd rat on him. Say, hey, he did it.
That's right. Well, I hear they're a good investment.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
somebody.
You ever heard the saying, get along, little doggy?
Yeah.
That's why they're a good investment. Oh, that was terrible.
What kind of a dog did Adam and Eve have? How did they
They had a
find
wolf.
Wolf. They had a
He
wolf.
named
Were
the
they
wolf.
throwing them out scraps?
Yeah, apple core.
Yeah. Oh.
Catch that snake. Go get him. It's a bad snake. Bad snake. Get him.
Yeah, they should have had one then, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
But it is incredible to think that, there's so many different kind of dogs that have working purposes other than these little lap dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, you got sight hounds.
Yeah.
Those dogs people took out, and they would see an animal like a running around, and they let that dog go, and that dog would run them down.
Oh, yeah.
They're long-legged dogs.
Yeah.
And then they had other dogs that were bred to find things
Sniffing
through
hound.
their sense of smell.
Yeah.
And they
Exactly
would
right.
find a
It's
trail
like
for a
they've been
deer or something.
customized
Yeah.
over the years.
They have. And what you did was, one person said, well, this dog's real good at running down jackals or whatever.
Yeah.
So they'd start breeding them. Said,
And inadvertently, some dogs got bad things bred into them, like the German Shepherd with the hip dysplasia.
because they inbred them.
Yeah.
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 They have problems.
And if you have a
with it.
fault, inbreeding magnifies that fault.
Yeah, right. Like stupidity.
And you know what the crazy thing is? Somebody told me that one of the best blood trail dogs, that's another thing, it's a certain dog, like you've shot a deer or something or whatever animal, and he's run off, and you want to follow that blood trail. They say a dachshund is one of the best
Really?
blood trail dogs in the
Dachshund.
world.
But look how close they are to the scent. I mean, they're right
Yeah.
there
Dachshund.
at it.
That's a dachshund, is it? Dachshund?
Yeah. We call it
I don't know, maybe
dachshund, same
I'll
deal.
probably say it wrong.
Okay.
Wiener
I'll say it
dog.
redneck style.
Well, yeah, wiener dog, dachshund, dachshund.
That's right.
Yeah, they're
So anyhow, it's time for us to go
Well,
pay.
doggone it. We're about out of
Well,
time. Shoot a monkey. It's
shoot
about
a
that
dog.
time to get on out of here. We got less than 30 seconds. So.
well, that was fun.
Thanks for listening to us, and treat your dog good. If you ain't got a dog, get him and spoil him, and
Go get one.
we're out here. All right, Kenneth, what is our frequency?
1480 AM WFLN on your radio dial, Arcadia News Radio. You also find us on
YouTube.
YouTube.